Okay, we are live. Wow, okay, this is part number 98. Okay, almost getting to 100. 100 streams of Sci Wars. That's probably the longest series I ever made, which is awesome. Okay, so what we are doing today is optimizing a little bit the scene. Hey, how's it going? Good morning. And the idea is to... I'm getting disconnected. I think I'm gonna change... I think that computer is using Wi-Fi. I think I'm gonna change it to cable. I'll be right back. Okay. Nice. I think we are back. Yes, now we are connected with a cable. This is the same project I've been working on. This is the industrial area. It's like a industrial sci-fi energy facility that goes into a research lab where we're gonna have some creatures and aliens coming up. And this is kind of like the transition between those areas. But now I'm trying to optimize it a little bit because I've been crashing the project too much. Yeah, I like the Forever Winter. I like Warhammer 40k. What else? I've been playing... yeah, mostly those are the games that I've been playing lately. I was playing Black Mesa the other day, which is like a Half-Life inspired game. Now we're gonna push all of this into a data layer. Okay, does take a little bit. We don't want the floor to be there. So we're gonna remove the floor from here. Boop. Nice. Also, this door, we don't want the doors to be inside the data layer. Boop. That's just gonna make things way more lighter. A lot. This is part number 98, and I've been doing like 4-hour streams, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. Hey Mayank, how is it going? So yeah, it's been a long time. Initially I was working like in a open world kind of environment, which I do have saved in my another project, but then I wanted to make like an interior area, to actually test all the enemies and everything. So I'm trying to finish this one and see how much can I push it. Awesome. These warehouse assets that I'm using, like the industrial ones, come from big, medium, small, which are not free, and some others, for example, the catwalks and the pipes and cables. Some of these are also paid. I got them during a sale. Some other assets are free assets for them from the marketplace. But if you're looking for warehouse assets, I recommend you to look into the Infiltrator demo from Epic Games. It's a super awesome sci-fi environment where you can get a lot of free assets that look very similar to this. I'm actually gonna use that for the project. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, we got another room cleared. Nice. Now we're gonna go with the area number 3 right here. Yeah, let me show you. So here in the Epic Games, you go into samples, and here, I think they changed it. You can go into your library, and you should be able to find Infiltrator demo. This is the one. Let me write it in the chat. This is awesome. Like, it has like so much stuff. It's a huge environment. It comes with characters, comes with mechs, comes with drones, a lot of VFX. This one is very good. It took me a long time to like break it apart and get all the cool stuff out of it. Okay, let's create another data layer, which is gonna be area number 3. Because without these data layers, it will be very difficult to actually load this. So now we're gonna segment this area here. Everything is super dense in here. Everything's like too close to each other. But yeah, let's get it. Basically, I want to get everything but the walls. Then we can break this into even smaller pieces. Need to be careful because some of these pipes actually continue to the other side. So I need to take that in consideration. Yeah. What type of game I'm making? I'm making like sci-fi horror survival game. I'm using a super cool template called the RPG engine, which comes with a lot of mechanics. So I'm making making an environment to see how much how dense can I make it. Like I really want to make like a visually stunning game, like graphically very heavy graphically. So I'm testing how much can I push it. Like the main goal of the project is to achieve like a very cool environment, and then have some mechanics to it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like the developer of the template is adding a build system. So I was thinking on, gathering resources, building a base, and like surviving like different enemies at night. So you have like some time, like the daytime to build and then the nighttime to defend. That could be interesting. Okay, all of these. You see, no, this one is not part of this one. Go here, boop. This one is not part of this one. It's good that I'm doing this now, because it will get very complex. Oh, give me a second. Hello? Yeah. This is like an interior area that might be a separate level. Like I'm trying to have like this open desert where I'm going to have like the main world. But I think that once you come to the main door, you load another level. That way I can like optimize it a little better. Because the idea is to have like a open desert with dunes and mountains and stuff. I want to make like a mech, kind of like a graveyard, kind of like scrapyard. But I also want to have like missions where you go into like these more tight interior spaces. So that's the thing. I also want to add like some kind of like sewer system and stuff. That'll be very cool. But for now, I'm focusing on this area, and I'm trying to make it work as good as possible. This is kind of like what I'm trying to do for a small demo, like a vertical slice, trying to test the mechanics here. Oh, let me update that code. It all gets I need to keep updating it. I think it lasts like a couple of days. Yeah, just changed. Let me get it. Okay, the code is now updated in one stream and in the other. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I do vertical and horizontal streams. Like, people always ask me like, why are you doing just vertical? But I do horizontal as well. Hey, how's it going, Bilge? The Pyramid of Giza. Maybe if you can make it like sci-fi, that could be nice. Yeah, I tried that. I tried making the code infinite, so it never goes void, let's say, but it's unfortunately it stopped working for some reason. Not sure why that happened. This is Unreal Engine 5. I'm building a sci-fi industrial facility here. Right now I'm kind of like optimizing a little bit, trying to get things into different layers, because it's getting a little bit too heavy for the computer to handle this. So okay, we got this layer. Now we're gonna make another layer, and basically I'm breaking this almost by room. I think maybe we can get those two together, maybe these three together. That way it's gonna be a little bit easier to load and unload things, because the idea is that when you open a door, you unload what's behind you and you load what's in front. That way the computer does not need to have everything loaded at the same time. Okay, yeah, let's get these three rooms together. Actually, we could probably get, yeah, let's do less pieces. So I'm gonna push them into area 3 as well. Right here. Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm really interested in, like optimizing like big environments and see if I can make them work. Very, very detailed environments. I'm trying to go for something like the Forever Winter, like in the amount of detail. Okay. Let's see, that's this room. Let's get the doors off. Nice. You can really tell like how much time it takes to actually unload that, so it's gonna make things run super nicely. Yeah, I'm building a small game, trying to make like some kind of like survival horror shooter. Um, but the main the main goal is to make a very cool environment and make it run at least at 30 frames per second, hopefully more. Yeah, data tables are pretty simple. To be honest, they work with world partition, and they're like Photoshop layers kind of thing. You create a data layer, then you assign assets to it, and then you can basically unload it or activate it, and you can make it so, for example, when a character opens a door, it loads one data layer and unloads another. That way you can like decide what you want to load in each part of the game. Definitely, it's not as simple as that, because this is like a co-op template, so I will need to test it a lot to see how it works with multiple players. Oh, SolidWorks, that's very cool. Yeah, I'm going full. Yeah, I'm going hardcore with details. Like I'm trying to really push it visually. I'm really want to go. Like this feels very empty now, but I'm really trying to push the details as much as possible. Want to see how much can I push it. That's the thing. These assets are not they're not spatially loaded, meaning that if I get far away from them in game, they disappear because of world partition. But since this space is too crowded, I need to use data layers to tell world partition like, no, I don't want these things loaded, even though they're close to me. For example, the landscape, I think it's gonna be spatially loaded, so no matter how far it is, you will still be able to see the hills. But it's gonna be a nanite landscape, so the hills that are very far away are going to be very low poly. The good thing about nanite is that you get this seamless transition between low poly and high poly. I think that's the coolest thing about nanite. Okay, let's get these. Yeah, I really like world building and stuff, but it's time to try to push this as fast as possible, so I can actually start doing the hard part of things, which is actually getting the enemies to work properly and thinking about resource management. How many bullets are you going to be able to find? How much damage the weapons are going to do, and all that cool stuff that actually makes the game. Let's see. Okay. And all these NPCs that I have, they need to be spawned also when entering the room, because I cannot have them just being there forever. I mean, being loaded in memory. That really takes a lot of resources. I think that when I finish this, this level, I will merge most of its assets, so I think that might help a little bit as well. For example, all these walls can be just one mesh. But I definitely need to be careful and save a copy of it. So if I want to go back and do any changes, I can do it. Still need to figure out those. I'm not sure how much that will impact performance. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna get these two rooms as well, and then we can do another data layer for these ones. I mean, these are instances. These are instances. I'm trying to use as many instances as possible. For example, all these pipes are instances of each other. All these boxes are the same instance. So if I modify one, it modifies the rest. That's the idea. Now there are different types of instances. There's this plugin that I might look into, but that's the goal, to use as many instances as possible, so it's easier for the computer to handle. Okay, let's get these pipes. Yeah, let's try to get all of this. This is awesome because now I will have everything organized a little bit better. Hey, how's it going? I'm optimizing a little bit the scene, getting everything into data layers so I can unload and load stuff. That way it's gonna be a little bit easier for the computer, because I've been getting a lot of crashes lately. Now things are getting a little bit heavier. But that's when data layers come to save the day. I can even feel the viewport just like even kind of like breathes a little bit. Okay, nice. Okay, we're gonna get another data layer for this area here. Maybe this whole thing, and then another one for all this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna break it into like bigger chunks because it's gonna be a little easier. If I make one data layer per room, it will need to require like more work when it comes to like loading and unloading, like deciding what rooms I'm gonna load, which ones not. But I believe I might need to do that anyways, because I need to, for example, when I open the door, I need to unload everything but the room I'm actually in, and load the next couple of rooms, and kind of like play with this. How many years have I been doing this? I'm a 3D generalist. I started studying 3D when in 2014. So it's been more like it's been like around 10 years kind of thing. Can you write here? My English is a bit low. Well, the problem is that I'm streaming on my other computer, so writing is a little bit difficult since I'm working on this computer. But yeah, it's been a long time. Okay, let's see. So many walls and floors. It's kind of hard to know what's selected, but I think I got most of it. And this one goes to another data layer. This is gonna be data layer number 4. Industrial facility area 4. Now here we're gonna add all of this to number 4. And that's gonna make it nice. 2 years in. That's very good. Oh, that's gonna make it way lighter. I can even feel it in the viewport. It's like, oh, nice. I also need to verify that all my assets are nanite, because I know not all of them are. When your assets are a little bit low poly, it's not a good idea to make them nanite. Only for higher poly assets. Also, there's this thing called NVIDIA DLSS, which helps a little bit with performance. So I kind of want to try that out. To see if it actually improves performance. Okay. Okay, we almost got this one. Okay. Yeah, Bill, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to to write on the chat. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that's AI generated frames, which causes some glitchiness, some AI hallucination. So I'm not sure about it, but I kind of want to try it to see what the results are and if it actually helps a lot or not. It will be nice to check it out. But also, if I can make it work without it, it's even better. Okay, let's get also these rooms here, and then we can get another one here. I appreciate it. Yeah, sci-fi stuff is awesome. Sci-fi stuff is super cool. I'm trying to make it as grounded as possible. Like, I'm trying to not make it too futuristic. Like actually the outside of this base is going to be like super industrial, like kind of like a little bit military. I'm trying to be grounded in reality as much as possible. I'm going to have a couple of areas that are a little bit more high tech, but the idea is to be as grounded as possible. I think that gives it like a nicer. Oh, what happened here? Oh. Oh, what happened with these decals? Huh. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a gap in the floor. That's the problem. When you start actually moving stuff around, selecting a lot of stuff, you might move some things. So you need to be very careful when dealing with these things. Maybe that was like that before, I'm not sure. But I need to be very careful not to mess these things up. Okay, we got that. Yeah, I need to work with layers for sure. I haven't used layers in this project. But it's kind of like what I'm doing right now. Basically, data layers are layers. I'm basically assigning all these assets to different layers, so it will be way easier to select in the future. Kind of like organizing a little bit and optimizing, because things are getting a little bit too heavy. I thought I got the lights off on this. Okay. Okay, let me check this. Oh, that's part of another one. Okay, so we need to select only this. Okay, now this one is part of number 3. Okay. Okay, this is part of number 3. Yeah, for some reason I didn't select the lights. Okay, this goes here. Awesome. couple more. The sun is shining through the windows. The thing is that I have my camera attached to the window, so cannot really close the curtain. Okay, and this one is part of number 2. Okay. Awesome. Number 2, assign. Boop. Also this nav mesh. Assign. Boop. Okay, cool. Nice. That's super clean. Now we do the last one. Oh no, actually, this one is part of the number 4. We're gonna have five layers for this. Is there a short video of this project? No, I haven't done a short video. I haven't done a short video. I'm gonna definitely do some kind of like trailer or some kind of like cool small video for whenever I get for the demo. I want to release a demo on Steam just to get as much feedback as possible and try to implement that feedback. So I'm definitely gonna make a cool video, but mostly I do live streams. It's very kind of like what's the word for it? Informal, kind of like just showing the process. It's also like one of the main reasons I do the live streams is to kind of like document the process, to know like how long does something takes. I do a lot of work offline as well, sometimes when it comes to like things like code and stuff, things where I need to like research a lot and like it's a lot of trial and error. I don't really want to do that on stream because it requires like way more concentration, and I'm also like learning, so it not the nicest thing to live stream. Okay, I think we got everything super nicely. Whoop. Nice. That's the elevator. That's funny. What is this? Okay. All right, let's do this one, which is area 4. Okay, area 4 and 5, and now we can continue with the research facility without having any performance issues, because yeah, I was getting crazy crashes yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not big on blueprints. I'm not that. It's pretty hard to get things working. I sometimes do like it. I sometimes do like to go into the blueprinting, like the logic side of things, and I spend sometimes 2 days, 3 days to make something work, and it feels very good when you actually achieve you make it work and stuff. But the hardest thing for me is to spend like hours in like doing something, and you don't see any like visual progress of it. I mean, there is visual progress. When you're trying to make an elevator or a door open and stuff, it actually, like, you can see visual progress. But yeah, it's definitely definitely the hard part of things. It everything has its difficulty for sure, like making environments, everything has its difficulty. For some people, like making, like, coding is the easiest part, but definitely it's part of making a game. There's no escape from it. That's mainly why I'm using a template, because even though I still need to, like, do a lot of work on top of that, I have like a nice base to work on, and a documentation that I can follow, and I can ask the developer of the template for help and stuff. So it doesn't feel like I'm like doing it from scratch, which is sometimes super way harder. What happened with this door? Okay. Okay, cool. We got that door. This door, it's not supposed to be in the data layer. Nice. Okay. Also, this door is not supposed to be in the data layer. Nice. Okay. Nice. We are almost there. Well, that was faster than I thought I was. Let's leave that cable for the next room. But it's nice to have like a balance between both of them, because if you just focus in like the logic of the game for too long, it becomes like it gets you tired. So it's nice to balance it with art and logic. Change a little bit in between them. I actually today I'm going to do some logic. There's some updates I need to implement. Okay, nice. I think we got that. Okay, nice. That's clean. Yay. Yay, my PC feels happy. It can like actually move nicely. Now I'm gonna get all of this into another data layer. And then we can continue with the research lab. Okay, here, okay, let's create a new data layer, which is gonna be area 5. And I'm going to hide all the walls that I don't need. and all the doors. To make the selection a little bit easier. There's so much stuff in here. Okay, I think that's it. These walls, I'm not. I might add the walls into the data layers later, but for now, just want the props. Okay, I think I got it. Wow, it's really difficult for the computer. Like it's getting stuck. I might try to make these props nanite and see. Yeah. These catwalks, I'm not sure if they're nanite actually. But okay, let's get these. Okay. Nice. That's a lot of stuff right there. Okay, still got some stuff. Okay. Okay. Okay, nice. Let's get this into the data layer. Nice. I missed a couple of things there. Okay, sweet. Almost there. Poop, poop. Got 2 pieces of wall that I don't need. Oh, I moved some stuff. I need to be very careful with not moving stuff. Nice. Okay, we got that. Almost there. Okay, I got another wall. Some of these walls that are like this thin, they were doors before, but I changed a little bit the layout. Nice. Okay, I think we got this room with, well, this bunch of rooms. Nice. I can really feel the performance improving after I took like 1,000 assets off. Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay, this piece of wall, is it from the other one? Oh, okay, what happened with this? Oh, it's just hidden, okay. Okay, nice. Okay, that's part of that. There was an exit to the bottom floor here, but I changed that. So here I'm going to remove that. Oop. Remove these. Oop. Okay. What else I'm missing? I'm missing this one. Bloop, bloop. Okay. Cool. Nice. Awesome. Now we can continue with the research facility here. Okay. Oh wow, nice. It feels way better. Also, this texture that I'm using here, I need to change it because it's a layered texture and it's a little heavy for performance. I need to bake this into one layer. Maybe when it gets built into like an actual executable, like a game, all these layers get flattened into one layer. I kind of need to research that because the performance improves a lot when you actually make a build of the game. It's just totally different from the editor, absolutely different. So that also makes me very happy because sometimes you're playing in editor and it's like, oh my god, it's too slow. Okay, cool. Now we shouldn't have any issues. Loading the game. I I I got the with the exit downstairs. Uh, there's like a main entrance that goes from underneath up, and then you start going around. You go up again, and here is like the second floor. This looks kind of cool with this kind of like purplish tone, but actually this is going to be covered by this huge roof, which I would love to actually go into the roof as well. Yeah, that's now we're starting to get into the cool part of things. Oh my god, I don't have a player start. Oops. Good thing we don't have fall damage. Wait, is this unloaded? Sorry, data layers, research facility activated. Okay. Yeah, you need to actually activate the data layer so it actually it comes up in playtime. Yeah, I really like the lighting here. It's like now we changing from something like industrial and rusty and like super warm to something like cold and totally different. This area, it's a little bit too red. I think it might look better if I actually keep these lights yellow, because it does look like very very intense. So here's like where the kind of like outbreak starts, and like all these creatures kind of like start taking over the lab. Here I want to have like all the guards that I had before kind of like messed up, and I need scientists. I need to have some cool scientists here. Also all kind of like messed up, cause you know their experiments got out of hand. We need to work on change the collisions, cause I'm actually not able to touch the walls. And here we have this thing that goes out, but I think I'm gonna have it locked for now. That's world partition working right there. Because we do have more. Aha, there you go. That's how world partition works. Bloop, 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 bloop. But you need to be actually... This is like the cell grid. This is how big we are actually loading. The problem that with the environment I have, everything's super dense, so it's gonna load the whole thing at once. So that's why you need data layers for that. But I think I can make it. I think I can make it work. Wait. We are underneath the environment. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. I'm starting to think that I kinda know what's crashing the game. I kinda know what it is now. I read about this. I added this HDRI to the environment, and the resolution is 4K, and it's not recommended to use such a big resolution for your HDRI, because I remember since I actually added the HDRI to the ultra dynamic sky, things started getting very laggy. I think this is the thing that I'm messing up with. Yeah, I got this kind of like desert HDRI, and it's 4K, and I think this is messing up big time. Because now we crashed just by walking in the empty desert. That's not very good. Because I don't think it's the particles, the dust particles that come with the ultra dynamic sky. Because I've used them before and they're very optimized. I believe it's this thing. I think they recommend to use it in a lower resolution. Because we already got rid of most of the thing, like, so don't crash again, come on. Jesus. I believe it's the HDRI. So let's try to take it off and see. Is it a cube map? There you go, this one. That really changes the look of things, for sure. But we're gonna work on that. Cube map with dynamic color tinting. We have capture based, which is not so nice. We have custom cube map, which is like the nicest, but we do need to have a small cube map. Let's see the resolution of this thing. Asset. Can I just open it and see? Oh yeah, there you go. It's a 512 by 256. Yeah, definitely a 4K cube map is not the way. Definitely, I think that's the recommended resolution, to be honest, because we are actually just getting color from it. We don't need to add more resolution. I kind of knew about this, but I totally forgot when I was just putting that thing there. Now it should run way better. That's kind of funny. I kind of knew about this before, and I totally forgot. When you have a current, not sure what a current means. Oof, yeah, we're getting almost 90 frames per second. Nice. Yeah, this is a very simple environment, but nice. Yes, 90 frames per second. Almost 100. It spikes down to 70 when I do some... Yeah, almost 100, nice. Yeah, it was the cube map. That's why I was crashing with ray tracing, because it was trying to ray trace a 4K cube map into the environment, which had too much geometry. Okay, now things make sense. Nice. I was like, oh my god, I was getting scared. I was like, no. I'm sure I had more geometry in other maps, but this is nice, like almost 90. Hey Ninja, good morning. I just realized that using a 4K cube map in your ultra dynamic sky is a bad idea. Awesome. Okay, nice. Now we can continue with this area. So I'm starting to load the map into data layers, and I'm adding a basically a door where you load and unload stuff. And that's now I have this segmented, all this stuff segmented into data layers, which is awesome. It's gonna make things run super nicely. Yeah. It's okay. I'm gonna get this HDRI and make it smaller, because I do like the colors from this. Maybe I might get rid of these purple flowers and stuff. But very, very nice. Okay, so we got this thing here. Okay, this is another floor. And I want this to be a little bit more of a maze. Kind of want to make since this area is too linear, I still want to like make a couple of connections and stuff, so you can go from room to room. But here I do want to make it more of a maze, so I'm gonna connect this one here and this one also here. So this is gonna be, you will have more possibilities to go around. And I'm going to use this alien stuff to kind of like differentiate the rooms and be like, okay, I've been here before, okay, I've been here, so you don't get too lost in here. Also lighting, we can have like different kinds of lights. Oof, okay. I'm like, why is it not moving? I was snapping to 10,000. Awesome. Okay, let's get this. So I'm starting to get a pretty decent understanding of multiplayer now. Raythamus and I and two other guys entered a game jam, and I've been responsible for the Steam integration, and I got it working. Nice, nice, dude. Yeah, we actually got it working last time we tried it. You helped me with the advanced session add-on. That's super awesome. I do wanna test it again when I get this level finished. That's super cool. Yeah, I was going to tell you, I saw Ryu streaming a game jam project. I was like, oh, nice. Yeah, game jams are very, very cool. Like, I'm still very impressed with what Ryu did with the Fox game. Like, I'm like, that came out like in 2 weeks. Like, oh my god, like, seriously, like, I think that making smaller games is the way to go. That's a great approach, because you can always make it bigger, right? But getting something small to work is the best. Nice, that's super awesome. So what's the game about? I haven't been able to see much. Yeah, definitely. So you mean like it's already there, or you talking about the Fox game, or you're talking about the Ryu game, the new game jam? I'm confused because I don't think it's ready yet, right? Let me get a little juice. Nice, nice. So what kind of game is it? Nice, nice. Yeah, I think that you guys are still working on it. Like I saw Riot starting on it like a couple of days ago. Okay, here we're gonna have a connection from this door. Let's see. I don't want this kind of door. I want the open one, which is this one here. I appreciate it. Thank you for the key. Okay, so to make this one match, I think I'm gonna push this a little bit. Gonna push this a little bit here. Oh, okay, this is a corner. So we can probably just move this here. Those are a little bit too sharp. Not sure about these corners. Okay, let's get this one here. It's a payload escort game basically. You escorted a hover wagon from point to point B while robots are attacking you. You can upgrade the wagon with turrets. Oh nice, like some kind of like tower defense. Well, it's not a tower defense because you're actually moving. It's kind of like opposite of tower defense. But sounds very interesting. It's nice when you can describe your game in one sentence. That's awesome. That's a very good thing. Okay, here we're gonna go into modeling, and let's see if we can actually push this a little bit with an extrusion. Extrude. And this one I would like to snap it here, but I think to snap we need to get rid of that. There you go, snap right there. Boop. And then we're gonna get the UV, transform UVs. It's a moving tower defense. Nice, nice. No, but that's a very nice twist. That's a very cool twist. Let's see if I can fix these UVs. It's gonna be a little tough to match it up. since the values get reset every time, I'm not sure which values I'm getting, but I think we can make it work like this maybe. I think it's a little bit bigger than we actually need. Oh, but we don't want that cut. ¿Sí? No, no, todo bien. Ahorita tenemos unos conejos bebés. Y los conejos tuvieron 4 hijitos, entonces estoy tratando.
¿Pero cómo tuvieron hijitos?
Es que pensábamos que teníamos 2 hembras, pero parece que los conejos eran machos. Entonces salieron 4 conejitos nuevos. Voy a dejarlo terminar este lado para que no les guste. Sí, sí, sí. Cualquier cosa me avisa, gracias. Sorry. Okay, we got this UV here. And then... Okay, we're gonna do the same here. Just gonna extend this little thing. Control B, Control D. We can just move it, but I don't wanna mess this UV, so I'm just gonna do an extrusion. Okay, and then I'm going to UV transform and try to match it up a little bit. That's good enough. Then I'm gonna just push it this way. Okay, kind of works. Nice. Okay, need to do the same here. Just push it a little bit. Probably the textures are going to get a little messy here. Oh, okay. Maybe we can do it differently. Oh, that's separated, huh? Okay. Okay, well, I think in this case I'm just gonna stretch it and try to align the UVs a little bit. Oops. Nice. Control snap. So to snap it, you need to hold Control and then put your mouse on the surface that you want to snap to. That took me a while to understand because it's a little different from other programs. Okay, and the textures, hey, actually, yeah, nice. I think this might be triplanar textures because there's no problem with the textures. Nice. I was so lucky. Oh, I don't want to modify this one because I don't want to modify it on the other side, so I'm gonna make a copy of this. And now we can actually modify it. Boop, boop, boop. Nice. That way we can have it nice in here. Okay, awesome. Oh, so nice that I figured out the HDRI thing. That's really helping with performance. I've messed up big time with that. Okay. I wanna get more lights in here. For now I'm just gonna drop these lights like this, but it will be nice to add little actual oh, there's a wall here. Okay. And this other piece also we need to modify it. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have a couple of custom pieces because these modular assets are not meant to be used like this. But that's the good thing about modeling tools. You can really use these pieces as you wish. Nice. Now it's getting a little bit more complex. There's another thing I would like to change here so we can get a little bit more room. But first, let me get this one here. Sweet. Okay, once we change the instance, we can come here and snap with control right there. Boop. And we have this gap. Oh, because this might not be centered. Oh wow, it needs to actually get. Oh wow, it needs to be super tight. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think we can push it a little bit. What? Okay. Okay, I think that's kind of good. We don't have light leaks. Anyways, this is gonna be under a roof, so hopefully we don't get any light leaks, but it's nice to actually seal it properly, just in case. For example, this kind of structure won't be able to work very well outside with Lumen, because Lumen kind of gets through surfaces. But since it's gonna be here underground, it's gonna be okay. Just need to get this one to close in here. Nice. Maybe we can push it a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Cool, so we have this thing here. It goes in there, around, and then we can even add more stuff here, take a little bit of advantage of this space. Since this is like very low poly, I think it's very nice. and then we are actually gonna go downstairs one floor to the, where is it, to this area. Which I think I can make even like larger and more epic. Let's see. Okay, let's get that. I think we can probably branch off here as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close this area here first. I wanna close this. And then we can continue. Oh, wow, this is not properly placed. Okay, I think this piece is snapped to 5. Okay, almost. Okay, this one goes here. Okay, this is the corner piece. So, well, I think I might need to do another custom. Oh my god, this is not very modular, to be honest. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, cool. This is gonna be a little bit different because we need to cut it since we are going into a angled surface. This is gonna be Actually, one way to do this is kind of like mirror this thing and kind of like just twist it until we get that. That might be a solution. Here we can always just cut with a boolean. Okay. So I'm gonna create a cube. Just to cover this space. And I'm gonna push it a little bit into that other surface. I'm gonna grab 1 and 2 and model boolean, cut that out, and hopefully it's gonna get cut inside that surface, but we need to actually push it out a little so it actually touches there, right there, maybe a little more. Now, do we get any gaps? I don't think so. Oh, we're getting some stuff in here. So maybe we can make it a little bit wider. There you go, like this. So we cut all the rest. We don't want any extra pieces laying around. Double check. Okay, looks pretty clean. Okay, I think that works. The floor kind of connects right there. And let's go. Oop. Let's see what we end up with. Oh, okay, it closed the gap right there, huh? Okay, yeah, that kind of works. Now this situation here, I think I might be able to do the same. Maybe extrude this piece so it touches that, and then I cut vertically. That could be one solution. Actually, let's try that one and see if it works. We have a lot of moving pieces here, and we have an angle, so I'm not sure if I will be able to. Nope, I'm not able to move in object orientation. Okay, okay, let me see. Maybe let's test this out here. Does it match? No, it doesn't. Absolutely not. Oops. No, this one is gonna be a little bit more difficult. Okay, I think the solution I see is to come together here. Okay, I'm just gonna make a copy of this. Actually, I make a copy of all this, the whole structure. And push it 5,000 units. Maybe 10,000. Oh, where is it? Yeah, somewhere there. So I have a backup. Of the whole thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we got a backup right there in case I messed up. And here I'm just gonna try to get this together. New object combined. Okay, just gonna delete all the pieces of the group. Then I want to try to actually just bridge this thing and see if it allows me to. Okay, attributes, generate polygroups, find quads, model polyedit. Now we can get rid of these faces. These okay. Hey, what? Generate polygroups. Model polyedit. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of this one. Get rid of this one and this one here. Nice. Okay, let's accept. Now, okay, now we have nice quads. Kind of. Okay, and here. Let's see if we can actually bridge. Okay. It's a little bit messy here. Hey, how's it going? I'm working on a research facility and I'm trying to bridge like this kind of like sci-fi tunnel. Hey Adam, how's it going? And let's see if this works. Bridge. Because I'm going from a steep angle to a flat. And this might be one solution. I will need to tweak the textures a little bit in this area. Okay, nice. Trying to make sense of this panel here that has this edge. It's kind of hard to see which one is it. Bridge. Okay, nice. Then we get these two. And this one. And we get this one here. Okay, we kind of closed the gap. The textures are messed up, but we got this tunnel going on. Okay, cool. Kind of worked. Now we can try to fix a little bit the textures. I'm gonna start with this one. UV transform and see what do we have here. Oh, okay, I need to move them like this. Okay, maybe we can make them a little bigger to match that. Let's go 45. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Can I actually push them? Does not allow me to do that. Okay, let's do it one by one. I want these to end here, like this kind of thing. I'm gonna try to match the scale a little better. Okay, almost there. Oops. It really doesn't matter. This is not the same panel. Yeah, well, they look a little different. but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. With the with with the darker lighting, it's not gonna look too different. Okay, we got we got these other panels, but I want to close this door here. I'm gonna push it a little bit here. Okay. We might need to find a bigger one. I think that I need this other one. Okay, no, that doesn't match in there. Okay, anyways, let's see. This snapping is a little bit yeah, I might need to make a frame, or yeah, probably just gonna modify this door. Okay, this one. It goes right here. Nice. That was an easy snap. Okay, here yeah, I think I might just be able to make a copy of this. Okay, and push this one here. Unfortunately, the textures are gonna get stretched a little. But we might be able to transform UVs and no, these are very specific textures. Okay. It doesn't look that bad. We can maybe change the textures later. Just want to make sure that we actually touching that. I think we're touching that. Okay, and this one also needs to touch here. Jesus, okay. And here, okay, nice. Let's make a copy of this, push it here. Let's snap right there and right here, and let's snap right here. Oop, nice. Aha, that's nice. Okay. We're gonna bake this. Then we're gonna UV project UV's box reset. Cool. Nice. And we got this cool entrance here. Very nice. And this backup thing we don't need anymore. Nice. Nice. It does look a little stretchy, but not that bad. Okay, the ground, we probably need to push that a little. Oh, it looks nice. Yeah, those textures. That's fine. Just a couple. If we can get that one continuing here, that will be awesome. But that not, yeah, it might be a little hard. Little time consuming to get those trim sheets to align there. Nice. The problem is that this is a straight line, so I want to close that door, to be honest. don't want to have that open right there right away. We can probably, I think I might just block it with the organic alien stuff. Nice, nice. I like this coming up nicely. So we can probably get one of those doors. Let's see how it looks. These are two different doors, but we can probably do this. We can probably put it in between two frames. So this one can go somewhere here. Is it big enough to cover the thing? No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's okay. Kind of hard to know if it's actually aligned or not. Maybe back. Okay. Oh, it's actually very good. Yeah, nice. Wow. Okay. So maybe if I get another frame of those and I push it here, like this. Oh, maybe I can flip it, transform on X, and then push like this. Now it gives me this kind of like nice frame. Okay, cool. Yeah, kind of works. Kind of strange here, but the only issue is this gap right here. So, well, I'm just gonna do a little copy here. Boop. Modeling, model, polyedit. And okay, it's just one piece. Attributes, generate polygroups, find quads. Maybe face normal deviation. There you go. So it gives us that flat face right there. And then we go into model, polyedit, and we just make an extrusion. Where is it? Face, extrude, and then we can snap there. And the textures totally change because this is some kind of trim sheet. So let's see if we can figure that out so it matches a little nicer. It doesn't look that bad actually, but let's see. Yep, it definitely is some different material right there. Wow, that's shiny. It looks kind of interesting, to be honest. That's the cool thing about trim sheets. You never know what you're gonna get. Wow, it's super shiny. Yes. Oh. We had some very cool VFX coming out of this store, like some kind of smoke and stuff, but for some reason it's not noticeable. There's something going on with the opacity of it, like it just doesn't look, you cannot really tell it's there. If I go into F2, 3, 1, I think that we will be able to see. There you go. You see the red thing? That's the smoke that actually comes from the door. But for some reason, oh, that's so nice. I really like the lighting mode. Everything's gray, like looks like clay. For some reason, it's not looking. It's not showing. There's something going on with the opacity. I tried to change the opacity, and it shows, but only if light is going through. And wow, that's a lot of detail right there. That's nice. Actually, this is a very cool mode to check if things are properly aligned, and I can tell they're not right there. We have a little gap right in there. It does look like everything's made out of clay. Also, you can tell the specularity of things, like the decals, how they are actually reacting on the wall and stuff. That's very nice. This emissive light, it's not so sweet. Okay, that door is supposed to open to the other side. We actually are supposed to open the door from the other side. I might make those doors kind of like open to the sides, because I need to set my the logic for the data layers to work, so it recognizes what side is the character looking at. So if we're going to that side, it loads that side. If you're going here, it loads the other side. Okay, well, that's very nice. Wireframe. Now these are super low poly. That's awesome. Oh, the character has its gun on the floor. Yeah, it's both guns. Yeah, I need to bring this character outside Unreal and modify it. That's not good. These guns right there. Totally forgot about that. Wow, that looks very nice. Okay, do we need to change the floor? No, perfect, we got it. With this thing here. Yeah, everything's looking nice. Let's close this gap right here. Oh, I know how to close it very easily. Oh, maybe. Okay. before I do anything, let me just hide some stuff so I can actually see. So yeah, we don't want these two. Faces here, we want to get that to okay, just double check that I'm not doing anything that I don't need to. Okay, and okay, I think we're good to go. Let's move this around. We don't need this for now. $10,000 units. Boop. Let's hide that. Okay, where's the gap? Right here. Cool. Hey, yeah, I'm working on the same game. I'm working on the research facility now, trying to get these sci-fi corridors. And here we got a little gap that I'm trying to close, because I'm modifying a little bit these assets to achieve the different shapes I want. I was making a corner piece and a cross piece so we can go in 4 directions. Here I'm gonna extrude this in single direction. That's perfect. Okay, accept, and then I'm just gonna push these a couple of units so we close that gap, something like that. Nice, now we don't have any more gaps in there. Cool. Yeah, I was using a 4K HDRI map, bad idea, as a cube map in my ultra dynamic sky, and I was getting ray tracing crashes, and it was not because the amount of geometry, it was because of the HDRI cube map. I actually knew about this, and I was like, kind of feels weird since I added like the ultra dynamic sky, so, like it just feels strange. And actually I changed it, and now like the performance is so much better. And I also made a lot of data layers to kind of like hide stuff, because I also had a bunch of stuff in there, and now it's super happy. The performance is way better. Okay, we need to change the collisions because I cannot actually touch the walls. Oh, okay, there's no collision there. Yeah, let's actually do that. Okay, one way to do this is go and check. This is Unreal Engine 5, and it's going to be I'm trying to release a demo in English. That's the goal. All right, let's try to fix the collisions here. I see. Okay, this one, I think just the wall meshes are not so sweet. Yeah, let's try to get the wall meshes. So all these different walls, I'm just gonna write wall here. Oh, these are the elevator walls, okay. So we're gonna get the collisions reworked for all these meshes that I've been using for the walls, which I have a couple of them, because I've been actually some of them don't really match the shapes I want, so I've been making some copies and modifying them. Okay, so we're gonna go complex and just get a complex as simple collision in there. Alt C. Can I see the collision? Okay, that works. These are very low poly meshes, so I think that's fine. And we're gonna do the same for all of them. Awesome. That way we should be able to actually touch the walls. And that's it. Then we can save. I can probably just close it and it will save. Maybe you can do this with the property matrix, I'm not sure. Okay, cool. Showing the collisions always kind of like freezes the engine a little. Okay, nice. Okay, we got that. Yeah, right now I'm building the map. I'm focusing on finishing my map, and then I will be focusing on the enemies and getting everything to work as good as possible. Okay, cool. I think we got the walls. Nice, actually. Yeah, we can get close. We can cover here a little bit. That's nice. These doors, I need to make them interactable. I do have that logic. I just need to change the static mesh. Wow, it does look very different from the HDRI that I was using. The HDRI that I had before was like some kind of like orangey stuff. I mean, it was giving like a purplish tone, even though it was a desert HDRI. Yeah, we're not supposed to have these dust particles here. It's because this roof should be on top. Oh, I forgot about this enemy. Actually, let's try it out. On the player start that we had before, I think it was it's inside this data layer, which is number 5. Okay, let's load it. Oh, that's a heavy data layer. Yeah, this player start, I want to push it out from here. Boop. It's so nice that I have this in a data layer now. It's gonna make things way smoother. And just bloop, disappear. Awesome. Nice. Optimizing the scene. This room is super dark because the data layer is unloaded. But I'm gonna be breaking those data layers into smaller chunks so we can actually kind of like I want these guys to spill like green blood, super radioactive green, like acid. But all those things and the sounds and like the VFX from the creatures and stuff, I'm gonna be working on as soon as I get this map finished. Yeah, super happy. Now things are running way better. Yay! Oh, okay. What is this? Huh? What? Oh, I know what is this. Okay. This is a little asset that we probably shouldn't have in there. Actually, these assets, they add a little bit of complexity, but I don't think I'm gonna use them in this room. It's just so the room doesn't feel like a perfect square, but I'm gonna add props to it, so it's gonna look interesting anyways. Okay, cool. Oh, there's no roof in there? Oh, I think we don't have any roof in there. Maybe I didn't copy that one. Oh, there is. Okay, we are missing two pieces. Okay, I see. This one-sided prop is kind of like... Okay, and we can delete that one. Cool. Let's add some light in there because I cannot see anything. Yep, that's nice. Maybe this is just for now. We will get this lighting way better. And we won't have any doors right there. Nope. That door. Okay, it's gone. Oh, what do we have here? Yeah, this oh, okay, this door is not even aligned here. It feels aligned with the texture, but not the frame. Okay, well, that's not so nice. I think we can probably get around this issue. Yeah, let's try to. One solution could be transform UVs and push them to the center of the door, like that. and then we push this. So it aligns a little better. There's some Sci Fi in here. Yeah, these props, they have some issues. It's okay. Okay, we got a couple more tunnels here. Here we can probably modify this a little bit so we can take advantage of this room. I might make the elevator here. Yeah, I do have an art station. It's let me check it. Danilo Kikish. Let me write it here. Yeah, I haven't updated this in a while, but I got some stuff in there. Yeah, let's modify this a little bit. Here and here, and Control B, Control D, browse and duplicate, change instance, modeling, model, poly edit. Get those vertices and pull them up. Snap with Control right there. It doesn't really like to do that, so let's get the face and snap the face right here. Okay, doesn't like to do that. Maybe here. Okay, there you go. Well, yeah, when you have one-sided geometry, it kind of like freaks out. And then we can push this maybe 1 centimeter. Bloop. That's kind of okay. Then we're gonna copy this and push it here. Somewhere around there. And Control B, Control D. Change the instance, model, poly edit, grab the face, and then we can push it somewhere here, and we can align it with this by holding Control and touching the surface that we want to snap to. Nice. Okay, Control H to unhide, and this piece and this piece. Let's make a custom piece. Instead of using 2 of them, let's just use 1 and customize it based on this piece. So place it there and Control B and D, copy, browse and duplicate. Then we can push this thing here, like that, snap right there. And this piece we want to we can X-form, bake, rotation and scale, and UVs, project UVs, box reset. to get some better textures there. And now we have this kind of like angle here that allows me to have this room without intersections. I appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't uploaded too much stuff in there lately. I need to add a couple of projects. I do have some of the world building I was doing for this game actually. I got some very cool screenshots. I should probably start uploading pictures from this project. Okay, this is too bright. We have double light here for some reason. Yeah, you know, like most people when they are looking for a job, they keep their portfolio like super tidy and everything, and then they get a job and they don't upload much stuff anymore. But it's nice. It's always nice to keep that up to date. It's very good to document your work. It's very important because it gets lost very easily, especially digital stuff. If you don't upload it or document it somewhere. Okay, that's kind of scary. This guy just running at me. The problem with the AI is that if I shoot him, he goes into defense mode and it's just very easy to kill. I need to change that skill tree so he always goes after you like a zombie, like he does. He's not afraid of dying. I need to change that mechanic. And also the weapon I have is too powerful, so it's kind of like very easy to kill them. Okay, we got some issues here with this sea fighting stuff. Don't really wanna fix that right now, but that looks strange, like going from this frame to like a normal door. That looks very weird. Probably gonna change those frames for sure. Yeah, at least these doors I'm not a big fan. Looks like an office. Kind of makes sense in some places, but I'm not sure if going from this big frame, kind of like this. Okay, this area is a little bit too dark. Yeah, all these decals and stuff, I'm gonna change them for something more cool. Alright, nice. Okay, we got some progress here. Nice. That's very cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was oh, now he's walking to the other side. Okay. I would like them to like jump at you. That'll be super awesome. Hey, come on, you're supposed to attack, dude. Like, wake up. You see, like now I'm the one spilling green blood. Like I want the enemies to spill green blood. That's funny. Also, the respawn, like I respawn on top of the actual area where the enemy dies. So I mean, in like interior areas like this, you actually spawn on the roof, which is like that's a game breaking bug. Like there's no way to go back here. Those things are very important. I do have a long list of things that I will be fixing. Yeah, now this area is getting very, very interesting. I'm super happy. Wow, yeah, I got all of this into data layers. Oof, that's so nice. It was too much stuff. But I'm sure that I was having issues with the I was having issues with the HDRI. I think that was the main issue. I think now I can load the whole scene, and I think it will let me play. Oh, okay, I see. This we have a little issue here. Nice. We can probably make this taller to close that gap. Okay, no, we have this cut here. It's okay. That's not gonna be visible for now. Also, the outside of this area. Oh, it's so nice. I've never made such a like dense and complex scene. Oh, especially like an interior. I haven't done interiors that like this complex, so very, very interesting. Let's see, what else can we add? So I want to have an elevator going up and an elevator going down to this area. That's gonna be cool. I want to add like a swimming animation, like an idle swimming, so this these guys will be like underwater, but it needs to be like a very subtle swimming animation. They cannot be just like, you know, it needs to be like some kind of like just moving a little bit. It's gonna look cool. Yeah. I have this block out here. I think I might use this and put it on in the basement. I think we have space for that. Yeah, put it down here and use this and combine it with that. Yeah, that'll be very interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got this room here. Then we have these other two, so maybe I can go this way. Into another bigger room. Also, I don't wanna make it like a grid. This goes out. This one has one way in. Yeah, maybe here we can make a small room, just one way, and then this one can be another big room that connects back. Oh, that's a strange wall. Some concrete that connects back here. Something like goes here, or maybe it goes around and then goes back in there. Yeah, I haven't planned this area, to be honest. I'm just kind of throwing things together. Hey Violet, yes, I'm making a level for a small game that I'm working on. It's gonna be like sci-fi horror survival kind of thing. So it's like energy, like sci-fi facility that goes into a research facility, like some kind of lab where there's these alien creatures kind of like breaking from the lab. Yeah, that those VFX definitely they're out of place. I don't want them to explode. But yeah, now I'm working on the research facility. Yeah, I really like sci-fi horror. Let's make a little test. Now that we changed the HDRI, I wanna see if my computer can take everything loaded at the same time. It's been 3 hours, okay, so I think let's make that test and see if we can actually run the whole thing together. I'm almost 100% positive that I started getting the ray trace issues when I changed the HDRI, because we are supposed to use like very low cube maps, and that was a very high very big cube map. Okay, let's activate these data layers. Now everything's activated. Let's make a little test. Okay. Hopefully it will let me run. Okay, let's give it a couple of seconds to load. Nice. Let's go full screen. Oh crap. No. That's too much stuff. Okay. Oh no. The HDRI helped, but definitely, yeah, the environment is too big, so I need to load it in chunks. I think if I unload the research facility, it should work. Let's give it one last try, and then I will take a break. Also, it might have to do with some of the props not being nanite, and that kind of like affects how ray tracing renders these props. The problem with these industrial props that I'm using is that some of them are very low poly and they kind of break when I make them nanite. So, but not all of them. So that might help. Need to test that out. Does take a while to open up. Okay, research facility, let's go unload it. And everything else, let's keep it loaded. Okay, nice. Let's get these also. In that data layer. Boop. Nice. Okay. And let's actually give it a yeah, I'm gonna test it out actually. Let's make all this nanite. So static mesh. Oh, most of it is nanite already. Great. I think these catwalks are not nanite. Okay, they're not. Yeah, let's make them nanite. Again, these are very low poly props, so I'm not sure what's the best option here. Let's try these ones. So this asset pack comes with like nanite and non-nanite props. So I think they mean like LO like old school LODs and then other ones that are optimized for nanite, but let's just make them all nanite. Okay, I think that most things now should be nanite there. Okay. Yeah, feels way better, the viewport. It loads pretty fast. Okay. Sometimes they jump down like this guy. Sometimes they stay up there. Oh, no, don't crash, no, damn it. No, okay, I think we got a crash, yeah, Jesus. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave it here and take a break, continue in a little bit. Thinking what's the issue, because it was working very well before. I added the ultra dynamic sky, then the research facility, then the alien organic props. Maybe it's just too much. Yeah, maybe I need to unload some stuff. Hola, hola. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna go have some food and hopefully continue a little bit later. These map errors are related to some stuff that I have in the template data layers. Which actually all these assets I can probably make a backup map and just delete them because I'm not actually using any of these. That might help also. Okay, let me just make a quick test. This. I'm gonna unload the area number 5. We should have no issues now that area number 5 is a little bit big, and it was actually working very well before, even with the 5 areas in total. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure when I started having those crashes. I think as soon as I added the research facility, I started having the crashes. So there's no reason for the 5 areas that I have now not working. I'm just gonna run from these enemies. Now we unloaded area number 1. Oh, that door? What? Oh. Oh, okay, I think I'm missing 2 pieces here. Yeah, that door was supposed to be there. It's probably in the data layer number 1. Okay, let me get that guy right there. Yeah, most props don't have proper collision, so bullets go through most of the props. Definitely need to change that. This guy is shooting while stunned. That's another issue. Okay, let's get... Okay, I think it's working, yeah. Just too much stuff loaded at the same time. Yeah, this AI is a little a little buggy, to say the least. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, there's so much I want to make this AI do. That's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of work to get this AI to perform at least decently, like. But the shooting feels very nice. The combat feels very nice. That's something I'm very proud of. I mean, very happy with this template, because the combat really. Oh, what? Okay, this area is unloaded. Okay, so yeah. I need to set up the data layers so we can unload and load stuff while opening and closing doors. So that's gonna take some planning to think about which areas I'm gonna be loading and which ones I'm gonna be unloading. So area 1 don't have like it doesn't have many doors, so it's gonna start loaded. But as soon as we get to this door right here, we're gonna unload area number 1 without unloading this little let's say room, so it doesn't look like it just disappears. The problem is that if the character, like the player, wants to go back in there, that's where things get tricky. No, I think I need to have doors that open and they close after you, so they always remain closed. So if you go and open this door to that side, you load the next data layer and unload what's behind you. Then it closes automatically behind you, and then if you want to go back to that area, you open the door and you unload what's behind you and load what's in front of the door, just like Batman Arkham Asylum kind of thing. And it's kind of clever because they had like this like lights and scanners, so some areas took longer to load, so you have like this super cool scanner kind of like reading you, and like all this kind of trickery to make you think that the door is actually unlocking, but it's actually loading a screen behind the door. So that's the way. That's what I need to actually achieve here. So we need the doors to actually lock themselves automatically. I kind of need to watch the tutorial I was looking at yesterday, because they have like actually a door that the character opens and can leave open, and they can close it. But in this case, I think it's different because it's not a closed room, it's like a two-way room. So in that sense, we do need to have automatic closing doors that will make the character how do you say it? So it's going to be a there's no way to get around it. You will need to actually open the door again every time you want to continue to another area, and that's where the loading and unloading is gonna work. And then we need to use the dot product vector blueprint thing to actually tell the game what direction the player is looking at. That way we will know what area to load. Which is kind of interesting. I really want to learn how to do that properly. Okay, let me check this. Is this part of area 5? Oh, what? Okay. Let's take that off there. Oh, okay, yeah. Area 5 is right here. I'm not sure if we had lights in here. Probably not. Okay, and then I'm just gonna unload all of this. Yep, I think that's the next step. Now that we have this broken into layers, actually do that door that kind of closes. Hey, how's it going? It closes automatically, so every time we actually open the door, it's gonna load and unload data layers for us. That way we can actually continue with this environment because it's getting too dense. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm doing great. I trying to optimize the environment, this level, by separating this industrial area in data layers. So every time I open a door, we can load what's in front and unload what's behind. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. The problem with the doors that I have now is that you open them and they remain open after you actually open them. So I want to make different doors that actually you open them, they open, and then they close behind you. So they always remain closed. That way, if you need to go back into the level, you will need to go through the door and you will need to activate the data layers and load the scene. Because things are getting too dense, and my computer is not able to load the whole thing at once. So it's time to actually start optimizing a little bit. Any ideas on the game, or what do you mean? Yeah, these props are a little bit too big, I will say. Yeah, we can probably make them smaller. I mean, yeah, if you got ideas, it would be nice to hear. Yeah, the first step to move forward is figuring out the doors. We have multiple doors. We have the door interact, a door with a code, with a key, the latch door that you need to kind of like move around, which is kind of nice because it takes time. Wiring door, which you need to kind of like do a little mini game to kind of go through. So yeah, I think we could probably use the same logic from the latch door. Yeah, I'm trying to make a small game, like a sci-fi horror survival shooter kind of thing. We could probably combine this logic of this door that opens up with this other logic that will make it so we can have this mechanism and the door kind of like opens to the sides. And then closes back up. Yeah, I'm gonna work on the doors, and then we can continue with the data layer stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go have some food and take a little break. this could be nice to make. This could be a good opportunity to have like some kind of like mechanical door, like some cool animation stuff. No, I'm doing this solo. I'm doing this solo. So in that case, the mechanism to open the door should be on the side, and then the door kind of opens and closes. All right, yeah. I appreciate it, Patrick. See you later. All right, guys. Take care. I will see you on the next one. About working solo, yeah, I really like working solo. It's not like I'm like making everything on my own. Like, you know, I'm using a template, and I'm definitely asking for, you know, the developer of the template whenever I have like doubts with anything, or you know, for how to do specific things and stuff. But I do like the idea of working solo, because it's just nice to be in charge of the whole project, and I just don't like discussing ideas with people and stuff. It's just kind of like you know, kind of like the idea of being in charge and just doing whatever I want without having to actually, you know, sit down and discuss ideas with people and stuff. That's I mean, I'm open to discuss ideas with people, but I kind of want to be in charge of the project. Just makes things way easier. Yeah, that's the idea of these doors. The idea of these doors is to make them slow, so enemies have a chance to actually get you. That's a good point. I appreciate the idea. Kind of like creates tension, because you're kind of like moving it. So you need to clear the room to actually open the door, or you need to be careful not to have enemies around. Also, the idea of making the door slow is to actually be able to load the next room. That's kind of like the goal. But yeah, I'll see you later. Thank you for watching.